Hello and welcome to a new episode of JRPG Historia Future Perfect. I'm your time captain, Evan, joined by, as always, by Space Quartermaster Ryan.
Hello.
And no Clint this time. He's
Nope.
doing a play. He's talking in front of people.
Yeah.
But we still stand outside this Smarch cave.
We're gonna take it down this time,
We're
Evan.
gonna take it down this time.
And we're going down and to the right.
I know what I'm doing, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. You know, I've thought a lot about this and how to approach it, so...
Wait.
Hmm?
Wait. Okay.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. You need to communicate with me more, Ryan. There's a problem, you need to tell me what it is.
No, I have no problem.
Hmm.
There was just a glare on the screen. I couldn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm feeling good about this run.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about this run. I'm gonna really give it my all. It's possible I'm underleveled still.
Only slightly at this point, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Uh-oh, I got poisoned.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah.
Luckily, Neri and Yarn are there to back you up.
Yeah, as they always are.
Yeah. As they have been and forever will be.
So we're recording right now, on Thursday evening of April 30th.
Yes.
If my friend was home from college today instead of tomorrow, I would not be recording right now. I would be going to see Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Well, I'm probably gonna do that later. I might do that later. I don't know.
I'm probably gonna go see it Sunday, I think. So
It depends on if I could just walk into the theater that is walking distance from me and buy a ticket, I'll do it. But yeah.
what do you know what theater it is?
The Scotiabank Theater. And it's on, God, I forget what street it's on. Uh-oh. Well, let's see how this goes. All these fucking ghouls. Alright, that's one of them. Paralyzed.
Is it on Burrard Street?
Yes, that is
Okay.
it. Okay, paralyzed two of my people. Not thrilled about it. Hey, Neri's cured.
There are still tickets available for the 10:20, 10:45 for regular 3D, the 10 p.m. for Ultra AVX 3D.
Are there any 2D showings?
It doesn't look like it.
Oh, man. I don't want to fucking watch a 3D movie. 3D sucks.
It really
I have
does.
to wear those glasses. The screen's dark.
The only time 3D is really used is anytime they show Robert Downey Jr.'s face in the Iron Man suit.
Yeah. And they really get to show off that tech.
Yep. How much time do you think throughout the shooting of those films he spends just in a dark room with his head, like, resting on something to shoot that?
I don't know. I mean, how many minutes per movie does he really spend in that? I mean, there's a lot more like Iron Man just doing his thing outside the suit.
Yeah, I guess in the first Avengers specifically, but I feel like in the first and second Iron Man, he spent a lot of time in that suit.
I guess that's possible. Probably more time than would be entertaining.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe that's like the best days for him.
Yeah.
Days when he doesn't have to like punch people. I'm interested to see how that movie turns out because the more reviews have flooded out, the more the general consensus seems to be souring. I'm pretty sure it's at like a 60 6 on Metacritic or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me check.
So we'll see how it goes. I expect to have a good time at the very least.
Yeah, I would definitely imagine it enjoyable,
Yeah.
if not, like, a great one of those movies like
Sure.
Avengers was.
That's true.
Avengers is probably the only great one of those movies.
I would agree. The first Iron Man's pretty good.
I enjoy the first Iron Man.
I don't know if it's a great movie on its own terms, but it...
Yeah.
You know.
67% or on Metacritic.
It's not percentage. You're thinking of Rotten Tomatoes, where it probably has a higher percentage than that.
The lowest score it has was given by the San Francisco Chronicle.
Oh, fucking Mick LaSalle?
Yep.
Oh, that guy's... Well, that bodes well.
Seems like he gave it, I would imagine, a 1 out of 4 stars.
The San Francisco Chronicle. You are going to really like this. The rating system at the San Francisco Chronicle, which you can look up, are not stars. They are different little illustrations of a man with a hat in a chair. And based on how excited the man in the hat is how good the movie is.
He seems to be asleep in the Avengers.
Yeah, that's the second worst one. The worst one is when it's an empty chair. And then the best one, he has his hat in his hands and he's like jumping out of his seat.
I'm really glad that as soon as I said the San Francisco Chronicle, you knew exactly who wrote it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I lived under the thumb of Mick LaSalle for many years.
Was it an oppressive reign?
It was, yeah, you know. He's a somewhat vapid film critic, is my opinion. Oh god, everybody's paralyzed all the time. I think, yeah, I'm excited to be out from under his thumb in Vancouver, where everything is, you know, I'm sure all the film criticism is great locally in Vancouver.
Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 has a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It used to have a 0%. There was like a good week there when it first opened when it had a 0%.
Let me check what it has on Metacritic.
Is what our show is now. Because Final Fantasy is so fucking boring.
We have hit maximum levels of Monster Hunter on this playthrough of Final Fantasy.
The Final Fantasies after this, well, once you get past 2 and 3, it's going to get interesting. It's going to get good.
I don't know, Evan. We should probably be more peppy, because Final Fantasy News started following us on Twitter.
Really?
On the JRPG official Twitter.
It's I don't know why we have that. Nobody... We have a significantly larger by scale following on YouTube.
Our respective Twitters.
Yeah, like there's no...
I think that was a product of me going on vacation 2 years ago, and we didn't have any episodes, so I posted an episode a day of my favorite ones while I was gone for that week to that Twitter. It has a... Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 has 39 on Metascore.
Oh, that's a lot better than it used to be. Some people came out and started sticking up for Paul Blart.
Entertainment Weekly gave it a 3 out of 4 stars.
God. Matthew and I, while we were in Chicago, came... I guess I wouldn't say close to to watching Paul Blart 2. But it was definitely... The name was said a couple times as we were standing in the lobby of the movie theater.
I saw the first one of those. It was a terrible movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, did you ever see the first one?
No. Why the fuck would I have seen Paul Blart Mall Cop? I wasn't that young when that movie came out.
You were like 4 when that came out, right?
I was like...
When did that come out?
12. I think I was 12. It came out like 2009.
Is that true?
I'm pretty sure it did. I had this exact same discussion with Matthew at the theater, which is why I know. And then we both marveled at the fact that it took 6 fucking years to make a new Paul Blart movie, as if it's like Metal Gear or something.
It did. You know, it was 2009.
Just gotta like recharge our creative juices after the first outing.
I want to see Joss Whedon direct a Happy Madison produced movie.
Why? That's
I
the
wonder-
sickest thing you've ever said. Why?
Grown Ups 3.
Grown Ups 3 as did he write it?
No. What?
I said, did he write it?
No, of course he would only direct it.
Okay. Your confusion sounded so genuine that I thought you had actually misheard me.
Like if I thought that if I thought you were asking if he wrote Grown Ups 2 or 3.
Yeah, or something, yeah.
No, he writes and directs 4, but he only gets director's chair for 3.
He has to prove his worth.
Yeah.
We just need to make sure that Joss Whedon can make us money.
It's I'm not even gonna make a Sylvester Stallone joke for writing credits on Grown Ups 3.
Yeah, good. It'll be the Rocky 4 of the Grown Ups movies, and then
Kevin James falls down in Russia while wearing a "Don't Tread on Me" shirt.
Grown Ups 4 will be the Rambo First Blood Part 2
There you go.
of... Yeah. I went to my my film school orientation today.
How was that?
It was cool. We went to like a ooh, I can equip that. Excuse me for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
We went to like my school. Basically, it doesn't have one like centralized campus.
Mm-hmm.
It just has several like buildings sort of in this one neighborhood of Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Am I poisoned? Yeah, okay. So we went to one of them. The orientation like presentation was in a theater. Like we all sat in a theater and watched this guy talk for a while, and it was a little intimidating. It was a pretty because they'd start talking for a while about like, oh man, this is gonna be great, we're gonna be here to help you with everything, and then every time they said that, the next slide like comically would just undercut it with like, but this is gonna be really hard. You're gonna be stressed out. The breaking point was when they had a video dedicated to talking about the on-site psychologist they have, who has like stress management seminars. And I was like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
So this is going to be the last episode of JRPG Historia Future
Yeah.
Perfect.
Long story short, I will never be heard from again. There was a point at which I was sitting in that theater and I was like, oh my god. I have this, I have JRPG Historia Future Perfect, I'm on 4 podcasts, and I have this really giant writing thing coming up. This is gonna be like... I'm gonna have like no time. It will just be, I go to school for like... They were fucking talking about, like, there were testimonials where like, yeah, sometimes you're just... sometimes you'll work like a 20-hour day. It's like, what? This is a school. You're not supposed to have 20-hour days at schools. So yeah, it's gonna be fun though. I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
I mean, maybe I'll be fine. I don't know. Maybe I'll crack under the pressure and need to seek counsel from a psychologist, that on-site psychologist. So I'll just address the elephant in the room. Today I played Final Fantasy from the beginning for about 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
Tried to level up this group of fighters to comparable to where we were, though as you can see now,
Doesn't.
they're kind of taking a beating.
I do not have my silver sword also, do I?
You do not.
Yeah.
So I thought I might be able to compensate because the rest of the game has been so much easier, but it's gonna be a tight fit.
These wizards, man.
Yeah. I'd really like to kill one of them. Kill those wizards. Kill that wizard. Come on. Yeah. That
Nice.
wizard's dead. Oh god, Neri's dead.
So Nary and Yarn.
Yeah, they're it's the letters of your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them's your name backwards, and the other one is just the letters of your name, but in a new word, yarn.
Why did you go that route?
Because they're all fighters. And
Okay.
the last one's Gale, because there
Because
needs
you always
to be
have to
a
have
Gale.
Gale.
That's
Yeah.
the constant of the JHCU, JRPG Historia Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, we always need one female protagonist who we can just really ignore when it comes to merchandising.
It's whoa, hot button issues. This is I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of this cave.
That will be fine.
You know, I'll see what happens. Kill the wizard. God damn you, Ryan.
I'm sorry. Gale seems fine right now, though, so there's that.
60 damage.
I'm sorry, Gale. I spoke too soon.
Ugh. God damn it. I can't even prepare for this and fucking deal. That's where I'm at right now. Alright, just... Everything's fine.
Can't.
I'm gonna do something else.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up here and get all that gold.
And then go buy a silver sword.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll see what happens. It's just, I couldn't get a great sense looking at the charts, the weapon charts, if that was like a wise purchase. Because there are a lot of swords that are better than that one, but they seem to almost be exclusively, like, found in dungeons and not bought at a shop. So at that point, I might as well get it.
I will double check on that for you.
Yeah, you'll try. And then you'll be like, wait, oh no, I'm looking at the weapons chart for Dirge of Cerberus.
It would just help more if I knew where the ice cave and Gurgu volcano were.
I believe they are I believe the ice cave is next and the Gurgu volcano is after that.
Yeah, those are only 3 attack better, it seems.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure because I have long swords on everybody, I'm pretty sure in reality, like, the silver saber is only like 3 better than that.
That is true.
But it did feel pretty substantial. But then again, everybody else on my team was a fucking scrub, so maybe it's not that substantial. I don't know. This game's fucked up, man. This is a fucked up game. Like how sleeping doesn't cure your ailments or revive you. You can't, like, go to the cure place and have your ailments cured. You have to go to the item shop and buy items to cure the ailments. God. This game is garbage. Okay. I don't want to fight you. No! Stop! I had a whole, like, vision of today where I was like, I'm just gonna roll up, we're gonna record this episode, I'm gonna fucking tear through this dungeon. But then I ran out of time. Okay, everybody run. Nobody wants to fight them. Gale. Gale. It's just so weird, because, like, most of the enemies only deal 1 damage to me. But then a couple of them deal, like, way more damage to me. Very confusing. Run. Somebody run. God damn it. Nary, run. Everybody's poisoned. Oh. Everything's fine.
We should level up a bit more.
I mean, it wasn't gonna... The thing is, if I get a bad... I'm so far from town
Uh-huh.
that if I get some bad rolls on this, what has proved out from the repeated times I've done this is that I cannot save the level up. Like, I will not be able to make it back to town in time, so it's just like an agonizing slow burn of me dying.
And the XP output near town isn't near enough.
I
To
mean,
make it
it
worthwhile.
would be enough if I weren't impatient, but I'm extremely impatient, and the combat in this game is not interesting or satisfying enough strategically to make me want to pursue that.
Right.
And I keep reading on the internet that, like, you start getting a bunch of gold. Basically, the internet counseled me and said that if you feel like you don't have enough gold in the first Final Fantasy, what you should do is just, like, keep progressing as fast as you can, because eventually they'll just give you, like, crazy amounts of gold from killing enemies. So... And these things fucking suck. Oh my god.
Do you have the pure potions?
Yeah, I do. It's just I only have 4 of them, so...
Ah.
These potions are fucking expensive. They're like 75 gold. I'm running.
No, you're not.
Everything is fine. It's all gonna be okay. I just don't want to fight the scum. That's fine. I can fight these things. God. Critical hit.
Yeah.
Yay. Music in this game is still good. But
There's a new episode of Steven Universe tonight, right?
yep, and a new episode of Adventure Time, I believe.
I don't care. I just need more Steven Universe.
Oh man, you've jumped ship.
I have.
No more Adventure Time. By the way, the Dropbox thing with the Adventure Time supercut I was trying to do didn't work.
Why not?
Because Dropbox only lets you upload files of 10 gigabytes. So even
you
though
just-
I fucking bought a terabyte worth of space, it's still tantalizingly out of my grasp.
Can you just cut it up into 8 files?
I could, but then it's not a supercut.
No, and then I'll just piece it back together.
Do you know how to do that?
I could figure it out, I'm sure.
Okay, well, that might be worth it then. To fill people in, a long time ago I made this Adventure Time supercut that cut out all the episodes that I deemed, like, unimportant to the sort of main story arcs of Adventure Time and restructured them to, like, tell the story differently. Because I'm a huge nerd. And
You could buy it now.
you can buy it now.
Steam at Skyrim Workshop Mods.
Let's keep walking. Look at me go. Maybe I could use some better armor. Maybe that's the problem here.
Maybe it is.
I bet that is the problem, actually, because I didn't buy any new armor at the new town.
Yeah, that would probably...
Alright, alright. I don't really want to fight these things, because they take forever to kill.
What are you sitting on, all chain for everybody?
Yeah.
Alright, let me...
That is what I'm sitting on, Ryan. Yeah, close call. Get the fuck out of there. Okay.
You can get that iron shield, which is only 100 gold.
Yeah, that would probably be worth it.
Well,
it would definitely be worth it. I don't know why I'm saying probably. Okay, let's
and the wooden helmet
mop up in
also.
here.
Was it a thing that you could only equip two at once?
No.
Okay.
There were 4 slots.
I know there were 4 slots, I just didn't know if you could equip more than 2 at once.
I mean, I guess I've never really tried.
I thought we did, maybe, but I couldn't remember if it worked or not.
I don't think we ever tried that explicitly, if
Okay.
I'm being honest. If I'm being honest. I have been thirsty all day today.
Yeah, I have been drinking a lot of water like the past couple months,
Yeah.
just to try to better myself. And
It's a good first step.
and I've ran into this issue where if I'm not constantly drinking water, I'm constantly thirsty now.
For me, it's just like I'm thirsty. Like I've been thirsty a lot today. I'm burning through these cans of sparkling water. But I don't have much money. I'm a poor college student. The sparkling water costs money. So I feel bad every time I drink another can. But I'm so thirsty. This is a very interesting problem I have.
This is.
Above all else. Oh my god. It's just so frustrating because I feel like a lot of these problems would go away if the stun mechanic just weren't in it. if if this dungeon were exactly the same, but no enemies could do this thing to me.
So you're saying if the game was easier?
I'm saying if the game were fairer. So I played, I guess because, what's there to talk about, right? I'm paralyzed. I played like 4 hours of that new Dark Souls 2 thing.
Oh, I meant to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really trucking through that thing.
Yeah.
It seems pretty cool. It's not as substantial a change as I would have liked.
Yeah, I've kind of found that too.
Or at least I'm not, based on the way people were talking about it, I thought it was going to sort of like throw me off my guard, but I feel like for the most part I've just been coasting and doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Which might just be because
You're good at that game.
I'm good at that game. I've played it a lot. I created a deprived character.
Oh, as did I. Yes.
And the weird thing about the deprived characters in those games is it sort of feels like
The best character you can start out as?
well, kind of, because it's like it is a lot, like, significantly harder for like the first 45 minutes. And then from there it's like a quick ramp up to being, I feel like, a lot easier for the rest of the game.
Because you get like 10 levels that you
Yeah, because you get 10 levels that you can specialize, and you can, like, super min-max, like, the damage on your character, to the point where I just fucking, like, rolled up on the Lost Sinner, no torches, killed it in one try. Rolled up on those Sentinels, killed them in, I think, 2 tries.
I did not have a branch when I got to them, so I couldn't.
I actually think I fucked up a little bit, because I used the one branch I got there, because I really wanted to fight them. But everybody says that game has a lot of branches in it. Every time I've played it, I feel like I've been operating at very few uncomfortably few branches.
Yeah, that's why I was like, how many branches do I... Nope, I'm not doing the Rune Sentinel, I have 1 branch.
Yeah, so there's that. But I made it to I think I'm at the bonfire in, like, the woods area. I forget what it's called, but it's the one that has the bridge exit where you can fight that chariot guy.
Yeah.
And, all of that.
I just did the Rotten.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Playing that game does remind me how much more I like it than Bloodborne, which I really hate to keep harping on, but, man.
Yeah. I will say Bloodborne's player character feels a little bit smoother in its transition from, like, sprinting and, into, like, walking and back.
Yeah, but I think that's just deliberate. It's just like Dark Souls 2 is a more punishing game in terms of, like, animations and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also, like, weird going from that sidestep that's, like, all invincibility frames to the roll, which is, like, no invincibility frames.
Yeah. It's weird. I keep fucking hearing people say, like, oh yeah, Bloodborne, 40-hour game. And I'm like, I don't know how...
Yeah.
And I feel bad because I feel like I'm an asshole. I think I've been over this before, but whenever I make these criticisms, I feel like an asshole, because it's essentially me saying, you're all worse at this game than me, but, like, I don't know how a person could play that game, like, straight through first time 40 hours. It took me, like, 15.
Yeah, I did all of, or at least, I think I did all but 2 of the side bosses, and finished at, like, 23.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
There's also a funny thing with the Dark Souls 2 re-release, where if you keep your PS4 in system resume,
Yeah.
or it keeps ticking off the game time.
Well, that was... Did you hear about that thing with Bloodborne?
No.
Where apparently... And I was like, interested in it because I thought it might have been what happened to me, but then I looked at some of, like, the symptoms of it, and it didn't seem like it actually affected me, this bug. But players who, like, left the game on in system resume for too long found that the game became, like, drastically easier.
Huh.
Like, bosses wouldn't trigger
I did hear about that.
certain, like, attacks properly.
It's like if your game time goes over, like, 70 hours or something.
Yeah.
Like, everything just becomes substantially... I did hear about that.
And,
yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh man, this must have been why, because I left it on system, like, to hold or whatever, and I read about some of the things that happened, and I was like, no, that's true. I guess I'm still just an asshole. I was excited to not be an asshole. I was excited at the possibility that there's a secret version of Bloodborne that I could play by starting a new game that was as hard as everybody said, and then...
See, but you're not an asshole, because, like, the people who are known for being assholes for that stuff are, like, the people who go online when a game's coming out and says, like, yeah, this isn't for casuals and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess the larger part of the Dark Souls asshole community actually isn't like, this game's easy. It's a lot more like, this game's so crazy hard, man. I'm so cool.
It's not people who say that Dark Souls is like or Bloodborne is like an easy game, or not like, oh, I guess I'm just good at this game. It's, oh, you people aren't allowed to play
right,
because it's hard.
Because you won't get it, man. It's crazy. Like, when you swing your sword, like, it takes time.
Yeah.
You have to, like, dodge. And backstab people. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, you have like 90 insight. That's not gonna cut it, man. You're making it. You don't know how to play this game. You need to have under 15 insight at all times.
You need to make the game easier.
You need to make the game easier. How are you even playing it that hard?
What? It makes it harder? What?
Yeah, like, like that was maybe the real breaking point for me, when I was just like, wait, so absent-mindedly I've been letting this thing tick up for the whole game that's making things supposedly harder. So, like, if I were playing this game at max efficiency, it would be even fucking easier than what I'm doing right now? Man, that game. Fucking disappointment.
I will say I summoned for the last boss just because I didn't want to deal with the game anymore.
Wow, that's quite the indictment. I did not do that because I have ethics.
Yeah, I summoned for the last regular boss, but not the like true ending boss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
obviously, I have no ethics either way.
Yeah,
but,
I did not fight the true ending boss, so I.
Yeah.
Oh, these scorpions suck.
The true ending boss is just Dark Beast Paul, but red.
Really?
Yeah, it's essentially the same character model and everything.
Gale's dead.
That's fine. I mean, oh no!
I'm gonna get this gold and get out of here as fast as I can. Everybody run. Please stop hitting my people. Oh,
have you watched the Netflix Daredevil?
I watched the first episode. It was okay.
You should watch the second episode.
I might. I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, living in the internet age of watching things means that any sort of interest I have in pursuing something because, like, I want to find out what happens is sort of gone. Like, I know
I-
that there's a crazy, one shot fight at the end of episode 2, and I know that's why people like it, and so it's just so much less interesting than if I had just discovered it on my own.
Yeah, I did discover that on my own.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
I bet that was more interesting than what would happen to me.
Yeah.
Were I to,
Which actually I was not even going to. I was just gonna say there's a scene in episode 2 that I really like that I think you should watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you could just look it up, then that probably solves that issue too.
Yeah, I might watch it. I just don't have a lot of time. All of the spare time I have to do things right now is dedicated to me.
Is going to signing up for those stress management courses.
It's just laying on my couch and watching Adventure Time Blu-rays. That's the only thing I have watched for the last week.
Did you watch that Netflix series about some silent guy with a dog or something?
No, I sure didn't do that.
I saw that and I was like, would that be a funny enough joke if I just showed up on a podcast one day? I haven't watched that whole series.
I haven't watched all of Paddington Bear. It wasn't called Paddington.
No.
It was called something similar in quirk and structure, word structure to Paddington. I just remember how they put out that Paddington Bear movie.
That apparently did really well, at least critic-wise.
Yeah.
Critically.
I'm not gonna see the Paddington Bear movie.
No, neither am I.
That's good. That might be a bridge too far. Oh God, stop! I don't want the monsters to strike first. That's not the point.
Did you ever read A Bridge to Terabithia when you were a kid?
No, but I saw the movie in theaters and it fucked me up. I don't know. I might have. Okay, confession time. I don't think I've ever been as deeply emotionally saddened by an artistic experience as I was when I was 9 and saw Bridge to Terabithia.
Uh-huh.
Because that movie. Okay. Because that movie, for the first, I'm gonna spoil Bridge to Terabithia, you guys. That movie, for, the first hour and 10 minutes, is just about, this kids, this boy and this girl, who, create this crazy fantasy world called Terabithia in the forest, and then the movie, it doesn't foreshadow it. It does not, the movie tonally never suggests that this is where it's going. But the kid decides to... It's awful, too, because I think it's, the kid is going to a camp or something, and, he thinks, oh, maybe I should invite this girl I like to the camp, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm a chump or whatever. So he has an opportunity to hang out with this girl some more, and he doesn't, and he goes away to camp, and he comes back from camp, and his parents sit him down and it's like, hey, that girl you fucking fell in a river and drowned. She's dead now. And then there's 20 minutes left in the movie.
Yep. That book is probably the first time I've had a serious emotional attachment to a book.
Jesus Christ.
It tore me up.
Cause it's not. Oh God.
I'm sorry.
I had definitely forgotten about that movie until you just brought it up. But that was without a doubt, leaving a movie theater, the most, severely bummed out I'd ever been. To the point where, occasionally a couple days after seeing the movie, I would think about the movie and get bummed out as much as when I first saw it.
It's a really good book.
I haven't read it. All I've seen is that movie.
I've not seen the movie, but... that sounds like the experience that I had while reading the book.
Because, there are ways to prepare the young mind for what's about to happen in that story, and the movie makes absolutely no attempt to.
No, the book does the same thing, and that's the point. It's
Well, yeah, I know it's the point. You don't need to fucking explain the explain the narrative devices of Bridge to Terabithia to me. It's pretty straightforward. I'm just saying it's fucked up.
Dude, they get the dog in the in the movie?
I don't remember. I just remember the end of the movie is like him going back to Terabithia with his sister this time, and I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Sister doesn't know shit.
They also do this really good thing in the book where they never actually really describe Terabithia in any meaningful way.
Why did you bring up Bridge to Terabithia?
Because you said a bridge too far, and it just made me think of that.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
You really brought up some emotions
I know.
I can't handle.
Apparently not.
Bringing that up was a bridge too far.
Uh,
Okay. Everybody's poisoned all the time. All the fucking time. Alright. Can't buy more than one potion at a time. That would be crazy. Why would you want to do that? Everybody knows you just want one potion. Fucking movie. God. It just doesn't... Because you... Nothing. I've talked enough about this.
They actually like go into pretty good detail about like how she drowned and everything.
Yeah, 'cause she was. That's the other thing is they explain it like she was at a place that I think they like had some connection to, like that they had been at before, like this river crossing, where it was like in the Terabithia zone.
Oh, really?
I think. Or well, I mean, it doesn't take, but it's in the same forest.
No, in the book, it's like you have to swing on the rope to get into Terabithia.
Oh, that's probably it. Yeah. So she swings on the rope, and she like hits her head on a log and like falls unconscious, and then drowns in the river.
That might be how it is in the book, but as far as I remember, I think it's just like it's a rainy day or something. She just slips off and then drowns in this like rushing river.
I definitely seem to recall it being like she is knocked unconscious and then drowns, but I haven't seen it in a really
That
long
might happen.
time.
I don't know.
God. I have to end this episode soon.
Let's do it now while we're in town.
I can go weep. Alright.
Evan, you want to watch Bridge to Terabithia together?
No. I feel like the girl from that movie is also like... I watched a movie recently with her in it, and I was feeling weirded out about it because I didn't recognize... I mean, I recognized her, but I didn't know what from, and I looked it up, and she was the fucking girl from Bridge to Terabithia.
Jesus, that movie came out in 2007. That was a long time ago.
Let's see.
Yes.
So... I have enough for 2 more.
She was in The Way, Way Back. Is that what you saw her in?
No. No, that wasn't it.
That sounds like a movie you would see.
Wow. I don't know what to make of that.
Did you see Race to Witch Mountain, Evan? Is that what she was?
No. Didn't see Race to Witch Mountain. I'll find it once the episode's over.
Soul Surfer?
No.
The Carrie Diaries?
No.
Sleepwalking?
No. I will.
Spies.
I will.
Jumper.
I will.
Have dreams will travel.
I will find the
Reaping.
fuck. I will end this episode. So
Bridge
help
to
me God.
Terabithia.